Hello everyone, in this video I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Imran Riaz Khan to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Imran Riaz Khan's words. First of all, let's talk about Imran Khan's statement, which is very important at this moment. Pay attention to what prisoner number 804, who is currently in jail, is saying. The thing is, the system has been exposed in its attempts to break a man. In trying to break him, the whole system has humiliated itself. And that man, even today, is sitting in jail and speaking in this way. After hearing this, those who supported Imran Khan must be feeling proud that they supported a man who did not fear at least. I mean, people supported Mian Sahib, Nawaz Sharif too. At one point, we also had hopes from Mian Sahib. That was a mistake on our part, and many of our friends had similar hopes. But everyone who had hope from Mian Sahib saw it break, and Mian Sahib spread despair. Imran Khan didn't do that. Listen to his statement. He says, when a nation stands up for its rights, no power can subdue it. I am free in jail, but my nation outside is in captivity, where there is no freedom of religion, no free democracy, and no free media. All Pakistanis must now step out for their true freedom. For the last 2 years, I have been imprisoned for the sake of the Pakistani nation, so that no one can enslave you. Now the time has come for you to stand up for your freedom and defeat this oppressive system. For the country's sake, I talked about negotiations, but the time for negotiations has passed. After the 26th constitutional amendment, the constitution, law and justice have been buried in this country. Our hope of justice from the courts has been completely extinguished. Therefore, there is no way for the Pakistani nation to get out of this quagmire of lawlessness except through an anti-government movement. What I have been telling you for the last few days is that the Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, or PTI, will shut down the entire country. People will gather supplies, step outside, peacefully sit in their areas, and shut everything down. This system will be forced to bow before them. Imran Khan is saying the same thing. He is talking about a similar approach, and he is saying that the time for negotiations has passed. However, many people in his party are trying daily to arrange negotiations. Some try here, some try there. Imran Khan met many of his associates in jail, and they asked him to assign them duties. Let me talk, they said. But no one has been successful, and negotiations are not working. In fact, if negotiations are to succeed, they will only work when the government itself is in control. The government is so helpless that it can't even arrange a meeting inside the jail. So Imran Khan has said that the only way for the Pakistani nation to escape this lawlessness is through a movement of protest. A complete plan for the anti-government movement will be presented this week. On August 5th, my unjust imprisonment will complete 2 full years. On this day, our anti-government movement will reach its peak. There will be no negotiations with anyone from now on. Only protests will take place on the streets so that the nation can free itself from the oppressive puppet rulers. I give a clear message that if anyone in the PTI cannot bear the weight of this movement, they should leave immediately. Those who have bowed down before these rulers should remember that in the near future, these same rulers will crush them, and the public will never forgive them. Even Nelson Mandela and Gandhi were allowed to meet other prisoners, read books and write books. I am enduring a prison where I'm kept in a 6x8 cell for 22 hours a day. Police officers are not even allowed to talk to me. Books have been banned for 6 months. I am not allowed to talk to my children. My lawyers and colleagues cannot meet me. My family is allowed to meet me once a week for just a few minutes, and often even they are stopped. I haven't been examined by my personal doctor in 10 months. For the past week, my newspaper and TV have also been banned. The books sent by my family are not even provided to me and remain in the superintendent's office. My wife is also kept under the worst solitary confinement conditions. Behind all this, the establishment and its affiliates are trying to break me, but I will stand against oppression till my last breath. We gave the tribal areas their constitutional and legal rights after decades and provided them with full resources for development. The current regime, however, first withheld their legitimate funds for 3 years and is now trying to take back their constitutional rights, which is highly condemnable. This is the same thing I've been saying. Their rights are being taken away. They were included in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, but their budget was withheld. Today, their rights are being taken back. Our parliamentarians and representatives have made the right decision to boycott these actions. The reason for the removal of our MPs in Punjab during the budget session was that they protested against Mariam Nawaz, and the government didn't like it. However, protests have always occurred during budget sessions. Message from former Prime Minister Imran Khan from Hadiala jail. Now, this is Imran Khan's message. When his sons decided that they would start a movement, first by going to America, meeting human rights organizations and international bodies, to tell the world what is happening to their father, they aim to shake and awaken the world. Since they are blood relatives, their message might carry more weight and reach a wider audience. These two children are not involved in politics. They don't understand politics. They are not part of British politics, so how could they enter Pakistan's politics? They are citizens of Britain, and as far as I know, they don't even have a Pakistani passport anymore. They probably don't even have a visa for Pakistan, because when you travel to another country, you need a valid visa. The Pakistani government doesn't usually issue long-term visas. However, they do issue visas to people coming from abroad. If you have a British passport, you get a visa immediately for Pakistan. Now, it's crucial that when Imran Khan's sons decided to come to Pakistan and then to America, they also planned to participate in the movement. There were two reactions to this. One reaction came from Imran Khan's supporters. They said, look, those who complained that Imran Khan didn't bring his children are now happy that his children are coming to protest. So this complaint is now resolved. The second reaction comes from PTI members who think that their coming will strengthen the movement for freedom for Imran Khan's release. However, I think that when Pakistanis didn't do anything, how much can those two children really do after coming to Pakistan? Actually, what needs to be done is by the Pakistani people themselves. Look, Imran Khan said in his statement, "For the last 2 years I have been imprisoned for the sake of the Pakistani nation, so that no one can enslave you." Imran Khan is saying that he is imprisoned for the sake of the nation, not for his children. His children live in Britain. They are living a good life. Their family has money. These children are happy in Britain, where they don't face any difficulties. The trouble is in Pakistan, not in Britain. Imran Khan is not fighting for his children. He is fighting for the children of Pakistan, for the future generations, and is enduring the hardest conditions in jail. If Imran Khan is fighting for the people of Pakistan, then it is their right to stand up and protest. However, since they are his sons, they have the right to participate too, and they feel they must stand up. But it is more important for Pakistanis to rise up. Those who are hoping should realize that they themselves need to stand up. Secondly, some opponents of Imran Khan are calling it dynasty, but this is complete nonsense. Those who are calling it dynasty should remember when Nawaz Sharif travelled abroad, his son would accompany him with full protocol and became a guest of honour. When Nawaz Sharif was Prime Minister, his children gave interviews to government officials, asking them to work for them, and government officials were recruited based on loyalty. At that time, nobody talked about dynasty. Nawaz Sharif made his daughter the Chief Minister and his brother the Prime Minister. No one called it dynasty. Zardari made his son and daughter political leaders, and no one called it dynasty. Imran Khan, however, never gave his children any political advantage when he was Prime Minister. Today, while in jail, his children are trying to fight for his release and they are accused of dynasty. It's a strange mindset. People don't even realize how their thinking can be distorted. Now, the other point is that they are British citizens. Some say they are British citizens, but Nawaz Sharif's children are also British citizens. Imran Khan's statement is that his sons are not citizens of this country, so the law does not apply to them. Rana Sanola made a statement saying that if they come here, the British embassy will help them. Will they be kidnapped? Is this a threat? That if they come, they will be kidnapped, and only the British embassy can rescue them? So then they won't be able to come to Pakistan at all. If the government doesn't issue a visa, then they won't be able to step foot on Pakistani soil. Even if they have a visa and the government cancels it, they still won't be able to come to Pakistan. But not letting sons meet their father is also an injustice. If those boys want to meet their father, then it is their right to meet him. So they should be allowed to come to Pakistan for that. There should be no hindrance in that, in my opinion. Now, dear viewers, there is a news circulating in Pakistan that channels have been banned. This has been done as part of a well-thought-out conspiracy. However, there are 3 or 4 names of channels that are not mentioned. Many people are surprised, so let me clarify. Shahbaz Gill's channel is not mentioned, even though he criticizes the government. The reason is that Shahbaz Gill's channel was never registered in Pakistan. Similarly, Waqar Malik and Shehzad Akbar's channels are, in my opinion, not registered in Pakistan. Someone from the inside probably advised them to drop these channels. They decided to target the remaining 27 channels. Now, why is this happening? This is an attempt to suppress all critical voices and dissenting opinions. These 27 YouTube channels are different from each other in terms of their viewpoints, but there is a consensus on a few things. 1. This government is fake, and 2. Whatever this government is doing is an injustice. The judiciary has been controlled, the institutions have been controlled, and there is injustice being done to Imran Khan. Everyone agrees on this. These people expose the theft of this government. They talk about how judges and judicial decisions are being manipulated and the political dishonesty of this government. Economists point out the economic issues. They have been shortlisted to be eliminated or sidelined by the government. What is the propaganda being spread? It is a very strange thing, but let me simplify it. The propaganda being spread is that these 27 people are involved in the India-Pakistan conflict. The story being told is that these 27 people somehow sided with India during the India-Pakistan conflict and thus have done injustice to Pakistan. However, this is not true. Let me remind you, except for a few isolated statements or individuals, 90% of these people strongly supported Pakistan during the India-Pakistan conflict, and Pakistan's establishment thanked them for always standing by Pakistan. So, this propaganda that is being spread is not because of the India-Pakistan conflict, but because these individuals are speaking out against the rule of law, freedom of speech, and violations of human rights in Pakistan. There is no connection with the India-Pakistan conflict. These people are raising their voices against violations of law, freedom of expression, and human rights. A strange thing I should tell you is that when DG ISPR, the Director General of Inter-Services Public Relations, was giving an interview to BBC in May, he was discussing how the Indian government suppresses media and social media. They arrest journalists. And when DG ISPR said this, Pakistan's government and system were actively working to suppress Pakistani journalists and critical voices. At the same time, DG ISPR was criticizing India for restricting media. But within Pakistan, the government was suppressing the very same media and voices that DG ISPR was claiming were being oppressed in India. This contradiction is glaring. You cannot claim that Pakistan's media is free when you are actively suppressing it. For example, in India, journalists like Abhisar Sharma, who criticize Narendra Modi, have their channels still running. But here, if anyone criticizes the government, their channels are shut down. Another thing I want to mention, which has caused trouble for the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz, or PMLN, is that they have started to claim that PTI, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, controls the Glock, and that the Glock's data has been manipulated. They accuse this tool of being part of a conspiracy. The thing is, anyone who tells the truth or shows the mirror to the situation, they claim it's a political conspiracy against them. When facts are presented, they label them as enemies of the party. Similarly, opposition parties have also faced the same treatment. Many journalists, including myself, who once supported PMLN, became disillusioned when the truth about the party was revealed. In North Waziristan, a curfew has been imposed today. The reason given is that there has been an increase in security force movements, and with curfew imposed, the security forces will be able to carry out their operations. The locals, however, fear that an operation against their resources is being planned. Regarding the situation in Khyber, the administration had to deal with illegal structures in the area. A hotel was built in a place where the river flows, and the administration started demolishing illegal structures. When it came to demolishing the hotel, it was stopped due to political pressure from the local influential people, despite the fact that the hotel was illegal. This shows the political influence that stops justice from being served. The hotel built on the riverbank should have been removed, but political connections saved it. A strange incident occurred in Punjab regarding a protocol vehicle and its challan. Some people complained that Dolphin police do not issue tickets. Then there was a controversy about who should issue the ticket for the protocol vehicles. Malik Ahmad Khan, the opposition leader, raised this issue, stating that protocol vehicles should not be ticketed, as they are part of a system of privileges. This shows how they continue to play around with the rules to maintain their political power and image. Donald Trump has been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. This is surprising because Donald Trump has been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize by two countries, Pakistan and Israel. It is strange because Netanyahu has nominated Trump, a man who is closely associated with policies that have caused conflict in the Middle East, particularly with his attacks on Gaza. If Netanyahu nominates someone for the Nobel Peace Prize, it certainly raises questions about the credibility of such nominations. That wraps up our translation of Imran Riaz Khan's video. I hope this English version helped you understand his message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.